So this video is my advice for you if you try to manifest someone coming back from the dead. I know I already have a video on that topic. This is going to be a little bit different now. So if you really decide you want to try to manifest someone coming back from the dead, and not just trying to manifest to be at peace with the situation, which is still a path of least resistance and still a path I would suggest you to go. But this is if you really want to try to manifest someone coming back from the dead, what should you do first? First of all, I would advise to completely make peace with the situation. Why? Because you cannot manifest anything out of lack. As long as you are in this energy, I miss them so much. They're the center of my life. I need them back in order to be happy ever again. You won't be able to manifest out of this energy. We manifest usually when we are more in this aligned and peace state with an energy. So you want to do you. Grieve first. Grieve. Let all of the pain out, let some time pass, and do you first. Make peace with the situation. That is the basis. Because, again, we cannot manifest out of lack. So as long as you miss them and you need them in order to be happy, not going to happen. I am so sorry, but you would be wasting your time that you could instead spend on improving your own life. So that is the basis, okay? Make peace with the situation that they are not in your physical reality right now. Does that mean that you have to accept it? No. I would still suggest to manifest peace or manifest that energy coming back into your life in a different body. I have talked about that in past videos. One of the videos is called What If My Loved One or Beloved Person Dies? I give more tips in that video. Maybe if you say no, I want to try, make peace first. Number 2, there is a reason, and it's not to blame. We don't blame on this channel, but there is a reason why you manifested losing that person. We have to take responsibility for all of our manifestations, because you already learned in this channel and in other channels maybe as well, there is different timelines, there is different possibilities, each outcome exists. So the question is, why did I manifest being on that timeline where that person passed? It is something within ourselves. It is our reality that we create. Either we learn to do it consciously or subconsciously. So if we lose a person that is very close to us, and I would like to add that person died before their time has come. I mean, eventually we do have an expiration date at some point, right? So I would not advise to manifest your 90-year-old grandma back. If you lost someone before, let's say, natural time has come, the question is, why are you on this timeline where that happened, when there is timeline where that incident, I don't know, that disease, that accident, whatever it is, did not happen? So there's probably some kind of assumption within you, and it might be more broad. People lose people who are close to them, or it might be more narrow, like I am scared of losing someone, or maybe you already have lost someone and you haven't healed that, and then that energy of loss may manifest in another loss. So we do have to work on that. However you choose to, you can do Ho'oponopono, and that is actually the method I would advise in this situation. You could do revision. However, revision, losing a person, where do you start, right? So where do you start? Could you do it? Yes. But you would have to revise everything that was linked to that person. You know, that person not getting the disease, not being in the accident, and then situations where that person should have been there and wasn't there. So you can do the revision. The path of least resistance in my mind would be doing Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is this ancient Hawaiian technique where we basically talk to this higher part of us and we say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And it is, I am sorry, higher part of me, that I do have that hidden program that I was unaware of that now manifested in this situation. Please forgive me for accidentally manifesting the situation that I do not like. It is not beneficial for me. Thank you for forgiving me, for helping me to clear that, and I love you. We connect ourselves to the energy of love. Then you can add the phrase that is the advanced Ho'oponopono, I forgives myself. And it's not a grammar mistake, I forgives myself, because the I in the situation is not the I like I am Janine, that's my name. It's not my human form, it is my God self I. I, that higher part of me, forgives myself, that lower part of me. So that is what I would do to revise, or I would say clear rather, in the situation, that energy that manifested in that loss. You want to get rid of the energy of loss. Does that mean that nobody's ever going to die again in your reality? Again, no, because your grandma eventually probably will pass, your grandfather if they haven't yet. But we can create our reality. So of course we can form the assumption, everyone I love, every person I love is dying peacefully in old age. That could be, for example, an affirmation that you use from now on, and you repeat it to have it sunk in. And that reminds me, maybe I should do an affirmation like that, right? I have so many self-concept tracks and subliminal tracks. Let's add that one to the list. But those are the things I would advise to do first. Make peace with the situation, clear the energy of loss that manifested in losing someone before their natural time has come. And then use whatever manifesting technique you use. You can script a situation where you can affirm, I am so happy that I'm constantly meeting my beloved person, insert the name or title, father, mother, grandparent. Did I say scripting yet? You can script a situation, you can visualize a situation where you meet them and you're sitting in that cafe you used to sit, or you're doing whatever you used to do. You just have like a conversation with them, like, I'm so happy that you're well and so good to see you, whatever your technique is. So the technique, I don't want to give you one technique because it's not the technique that matters, it is the energy behind it. And we first want to dig out the weeds, the old limiting beliefs that manifested in that loss, to then plant new seeds. And that would be having your person back in your life. You can try it, right? Of course, I cannot give you a guarantee that it does work, because death is such a deep-rooted belief that, it may require some work. Is it possible? Absolutely. I mean, we have seen it. I have given you examples of it being possible. So I absolutely believe it is possible. We do have the Mandela effect, so it is possible, right? But I believe it does require some work and persistence, and first of all, the clearing. Make peace with the situation, work on your self-concept, and then you can install another belief, like everyone I love grows to an old age and dies peacefully. That could be something to install a new program to prevent something like that happening again. I hope it helped. If it did, please like, subscribe. You can give me a super thanks if that is something you feel guided to. I'm welcome tips. And of course, I am available for personal coaching. Check out my services. There is a link in the description box below. Make sure you watch the anti-death series playlist. I see you there, on personal coaching, or in my affirmation and subliminal tracks. And till then, I do wish you all the best now. Bye bye.